Hi, ladies. It's Lynn Frank. I have not been here for a while. This summer I did post some sparks of truth, just thought provoking videos, hoping to keep you ignited and thinking about things as we navigate this wild ride we call life. For those of you who may not have watched the last video I did, which was in June, my husband suffered a heart attack. And when something like that happens unexpected, it throws you for a loop, right? Like it's kind of crazy. It's always somebody else, never you. And this time it was. It was me and my kids and my husband. And I just didn't have it in me to create videos. I wasn't feeling inspirational. And I really just had to process a lot of emotions and thoughts. And, my dad passed away when I was 14. And so when this happened, I went to, what did my mom live as a widow? And what was that experience like for me as a child? And so I was thinking of me as a widow and my children without a father. And my husband is fine. He didn't pass away, but it was real. It was serious. And I spent the summer keeping myself real busy, actually. I think it was almost too much to think about. And I keep myself busy anyway. But this was more of a I'm going to experience life. I did tons of interesting and fun experiences. I danced as much as I could, with street performers and local concerts and just kept moving my body because that's how I feel good. And then there were these moments of stillness where I just sat with what my family is living and where we are now and what that means for us. Our summer plans changed, and which was fine. We adapt. Humans, we do that, right? Like something happens and we figure out a way to do something different. But for me, I also thought about you, igniting community. I thought about my program, Ignite in Circle, that I love. And I thought about what is missing. You see, about 4 years. I was going to say 4 years ago. Time flies. I'm going to be 46. I started what I call my midlife awakening at 40. It really was like that. Like someone came knocking at the door of the universe, and she's like, Lynn, there's more, right? You have more to do, right? But she doesn't tell you what that is. And so I started this process of figuring out what it was that I wanted to do. I felt, and maybe not everyone does, but I felt like I had a soul goal. There was more in me to give. And I always knew my passion was empowering women, probably because when my dad passed, I grew up in an all-female home. I went to an all-female high school. I got to witness really young the power of women. So I knew deep down, and that's the thing, did you hear that? I knew deep down. We all know deep down. It's just, do you have the courage, do you have the guts to dig it up? Because when you dig it up, it's hard. You have to encounter a lot of things you pushed down and did not want to deal with. And then once you're able to release yourself of that, you let go of so much shit. You feel lighter, right? And you feel empowered and you feel motivated. And that's what this midlife awakening really has been for me. And every time I was able to take a course, to learn from a mentor, to be coached, I'm a goal setter. But I tell you this, it really is about the journey, not the destination. That goal you reach once you get there, it's amazing. It's a cool feeling, but it's like a sugar rush, okay? you reach it. Like when I wrote my first book, I was like, wow, holy, I did this. Yeah, man. That took a long time. I won't even get into that. But then, like 2 weeks later, I was like, now what? Now what do I do? Anyway, I'm still taking courses to better myself, to learn more. It never finishes, ladies. There's always more. I'm always thirsty for more information and improving myself from head to toe, inside and out, all of that good stuff. And so in this summer of self-reflection, I took a course on thought work. And I was like, yeah, this really sums up what I'm trying to do with women. And it's change your mindset. There's so much we do that is social conditioning. We're not even intentionally making decisions. We're just going. And they've done a really good job at programming us. Some of us make decisions according to our age. Oh, I can't do that, not old enough. Oh, definitely not doing that, I'm too old. What? They've convinced us that age is a factor in what we can and cannot do. And so in this thought work, it's really about a mindset shift. And I'm going to do it. I'm really going to put myself out there. I'm going to put money into my course and marketing, and I'm sharing this with you because it's a big deal. And I'm going to start just like with Igniting Community, not as a warm-up, but really it is my safe space right now. And so I'm going to be more present, do some lives, offer some free master classes within the group, just so you get a sense of what Lynn Frank is all about. And I am in the midst of organizing and creating a podcast because I'm an extrovert. It's something I always wanted to do. Do you ever have a goal that you want to do but haven't had the guts or the courage to actually go for it? So that's what you're going to get to witness in the next 6 months. Lynn Frank really going and putting herself out there because I do believe in what I'm doing. I do believe in the power of women. I do believe that this patriarchal society has pinned us to fail. And I wholeheartedly want to just help women see the social conditioning that they have taken in, the programming through culture and gender and religion and socioeconomic and education. And there's all of these layers of stuff that has attached us to these expectations that we didn't even choose for ourselves. And I want to help women realize that you have the power to live the life that you want. Everything you need is actually within you. Can you go get it? Can you face whatever it is you push down? Can you let it go? And the answer is yes. Yes, you can. You have the inner strength. It is there for you to flex. It is there for you to use. You just have to tap into it. So, you just never know what life's going to bring. So this whole shit experience with my husband reminded me that life is short, had me reflect on where I want to go and what I want to do. And 2022 for me has been about living in the flow. Everything that happens, I believe, is happening for my greater good. And so one of the positive pieces I'm choosing through this negative experience with my husband having a heart attack is that I am remembering that life is short. I'm remembering that what I have to say has worth and value, and I'm going to move forward with that. The universe is also ready to serve you if you are open. When I started my midlife awakening 6 years ago, I didn't know I was going to write a book. I was lost and confused. Sometimes when I was claiming my me time, and it started at 10 minutes, I would do 10 minutes like every other day. I would fall asleep, not really sure what to do, but completely depleted and exhausted. And eventually that increased and I wrote a book. And then the book wasn't enough. I wanted women to do something, so I created a program. And then I realized that these women who were showing up were women who were like middle class, who had money to put towards self-improvement, self-empowerment. And so I created Igniting Community, a free space for women to get value and practices that they could use to empower and better their lives. And from Igniting Community Facebook group, Rebecca and I started the YouTube channel. I didn't know that was going to happen. The universe keeps serving me, and I'm choosing to believe it's because I'm on the right path. I'm living out what I was meant to do. You know, it sounds crazy, right? And now, Igniting Community YouTube has over 200 videos by this diverse, kick-ass group of women, right? Who are sharing their gifts and knowledge because they too believe in the power of women, the rise of the feminine. And now the Igniting Community channel not only will continue to house these videos, but my podcast. Hey, I'm an extrovert. I like to chit chat with women, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk all things women. We're going to gather together. It's going to be live and real, but it's going to be valuable. It's going to be enriching. And it's going to encourage women to join the mindset revolution. We're changing that programming. We're wiping that out. We're taking a look at where your thought patterns come from and going, that wasn't even mine. I didn't even believe that. And sometimes you will believe it, but then you intentionally decide that that idea is right for you. And you keep it. And as we dig deep, some of those ideas won't be aligned with who you are. And I'm going to give you tools and practices to let them go, so that you could live your best life. You could live one that is more authentically you, aligned with who you are. I'm going to give it a try. I'm in the process of making all this happen, putting my course online. And I'm doing it really because I feel good about it. I don't feel like I'm forcing anything. And I'm going to practice or warm up or whatever you want to call it with Igniting Community, with the Facebook group, because it's my safe space right now. You know, if you've ever wanted to try something new, it's always nice to start with people you know, where you've been. And so, yeah, everything I do is going to start there. It's my foundation. I love you all. Continue contributing to the Facebook group. If you are a female entrepreneur and you want to submit a video, let me know. I'm open to it. Sisters, this has been a vulnerable share. I hope you feel encouraged, but also kind of excited for what's to come. Peace, sisters.